Welcome to bestmeals.com.au. My name's Hero and this is Usa. Today I'm going to talk to you about price comparison between Dinnerly, HelloFresh and Marley Spoon. Today I just want to focus on the cost perspective because that's what drives people's questions quite often. So on our website what we've done is we compare these three services. And I'm going to use the example of 2 people for 3 meals because that's the standard for couple. So with Dinnerly, it costs about $47.95 and Marley Spoon is $69.90 and HelloFresh is $69.95. So Marley Spoon and HelloFresh are very similar, where Dinnerly is about $20 cheaper. So let's break down this to per meal cost. So if you divide Dinnerly's $47.95 by 3 meals, and divide that by 2 people, because that's a couple size, you get about $7.99. For Marley Spoon and HelloFresh, you get $11.66 or $11.65. So the price difference per meal comes down to about $3.60 difference. Now for me, that's about small latte or small flat white that I like to have every day. So what is $3.60 or a cup of coffee or a little treat, my friend? We get. So you could save your money $3.60 to give Usa a treat. So let's find out what is this difference. So the first difference you get from this $3.60 difference is the ingredients. Now I'm not saying that the portions are different, so every portion is about the same across these 3 meals. But what I've noticed cooking these 3 services is that generally tend to offer you one less ingredient, which means there's always things that you just want to add to make your dinner a little bit more exciting, right? Yeah, you like extra stuff on your food, right? Yeah, we all do. So for example, I cooked Dinnerly's Malaysian chicken curry, and I really wanted to add like a capsicum just on top to make it a little bit more fancier. But with Marley Spoon and HelloFresh, you get the exact same quantities, but you get like little things, nice things like the avocados, or you get like a little sauce or a little dip on the side, which makes all the difference for food lovers out there. The next part about what makes Dinnerly a little bit more cheaper is the packaging. So when we unbox these 3 meals, we notice that when you get HelloFresh and Marley Spoon, you get all this little packaging as well as this marketing stuff inside. And what's really nice about these 2 big players is that they actually sort your ingredients per the recipe card. So for example, HelloFresh has the color codes, so they have a blue one here, and what they do is they have a bag that has blue code, so you don't have to sort out which ingredient goes to which. So all you have to do is unbox it and put the bag into your fridge, and you look at the code, color, and you take out what you want to cook for that day. On the other hand, Dinnerly, what they do is they put every ingredient in one box. Yeah, so it's a little bit messy, but a lot of people say they're environmentally conscious, so they actually prefer with less packaging. That's the difference price you get for $3.60. It's the convenience and less packaging. So what we're going to talk about next is the services. So these are things that you don't actually touch and feel, but it's the things that you kind of experience as a customer. So when you go online, you start to see the difference between these 3 companies, okay? So the first one is the less marketing. Do you ever go to your post box and you find little leaflets and pamphlets from HelloFresh and Marley Spoon? We all do. So for example, this is the leaflet you get from Marley Spoon. Very nice marketing with the high quality papers, and it's really nicely pictured, gives you explanations. But what you notice with Dinnerly is that they don't do any of these. They tend to be more online, so you get to see things like on Instagram and Facebook of the campaigning ads, but none of these voucher gifts and things that goes into your post. So that's one of the very big difference, because these things do cost a lot for these companies, right? Because they have to do the logistics to distribute those, they have to print it, and they have to also do a lot of designing so that it looks nice and sticks with their brand image. So that's the first difference. The second difference we get is the less recipe options. So that's something you don't actually see up front. You get to see this difference when you actually go online, and when you're about to place an order, they say, what would you like to eat for that week? Now, with Dinnerly, you get from 8 choices. So, if you choose 3 meals per week, you choose 3 out of the 8. Now, with Dinnerly, with the Marley Spoon and HelloFresh, they offer you more options. So for example, Marley Spoon will offer you 20 recipes to choose from per week. that is a lot. So if you're only choosing 3 meals for that week, you're gonna have to filter to see which one you like. And because they offer you more options, you're gonna find things that are, you know, good for your kids, as well as something that you probably want to try. Now, HelloFresh do offer 10 recipes per week, but the big difference is that they offer more meal box options. So for example, rather than making it 4 people box, they call it that a classic plan, and then they're also separated with the family plan, which they actually separated recipes that they think is happy, that makes the kids happy. So they tend to offer you things like burgers, the tacos, things that are all-time favorite for families. So that's very stable, because what they're trying to do is to create a recipe that your family will love. And they've done the market research because they know that one of the struggles that all the parents have is that kids are fussy eaters. So if you go with Marley Spoon, HelloFresh, you know you're gonna get some recipes or meal for the week that your kid will love. So that's what they're targeting at. Where Marley Spoon is more, you know, exotic recipes and things that you want to try. So that's probably where you want to see the difference between those two. But again, it comes down to recipe options. I'll say Dinnerly is the least option, followed by Marley Spoon and HelloFresh in more upper market for that. Alright, so last thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is the delivery areas. Is that, are you listening? Keep focused. Alright, so the delivery areas are very important because, you know, you don't want to order a meal that doesn't deliver to your area. So what we know is that Dinnerly tend to cover less area compared to Marley Spoon and HelloFresh. These guys has the biggest logistics, so they'll probably tend to cover most of the areas in major states, you know, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, so it's in ACT, so they're pretty safe. But if you are choosing to order like Dinnerly or smaller companies, make sure you go online, put your postcode in to see whether they deliver to your house or not. So that's very important. So in summary, what we covered is that Dinnerly is definitely, we can establish the fact, and this is true, that they're the cheapest meal options. And the difference per meals is $3.60. So this gives you a summary of the prices, for instance, of what that means for you. And I hope you found this quite useful. And if you wanted to know more about Dinnerly, HelloFresh and Marley Spoon individually, we do have a website, bestmeals.com.au, and you can go down to each meal box and see what we actually said about the pros and cons, the prices, and any things that we want to give you advice before you subscribe. So do check out our website. Hope you found this useful. We'll see you again soon. Thanks.